Hello, what's up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I am here to review and talk about a film that I just got done watching for the first time ever. And it's one of those films that I've been meaning to watch for a long time. I bought this movie so long ago. Well, let me get it. I bought this movie so long ago with the intentions of watching it. Bring It On! Bring It On is a film that came out in the year 2000. It was directed by Peyton Reed. It was Peyton Reed's first film, in fact, and I bring that up because he went on to direct the Ant-Man movies, and I think he's going to be directing the Fantastic Four film, which is kind of crazy. The plot is you see Kirsten Dunst as Torrance. I don't think I've ever met a girl with the name Torrance. But she's a cheerleader. She just gets elected as captain of the cheerleading team, and she's trying to coach her team, trying to coach these girls to do what they do best. They're already regarded as the best cheerleading squad in their division. The whole cheerleading competition thing and the big event at the end is so foreign to me. I'm obviously so out of this loop. I don't even think I was aware of cheering being this big or this much of a quote sport or this being so important to these girls' lives. It was fascinating to see how serious they took it, especially Kirsten Dunst and how she was all about this. She didn't even really care about her schoolwork or anything. And then you find out that one of the previous girls, one of the previous captains, had been stealing their cheers from the East Compton school. The black girls, the black cheerleaders, she stole their routines, made themselves look bigger and better and cooler. So now Kirsten Dunst has to come up with original stuff, new cheers to make themselves stand out and not be viewed as just the cheaters and copiers that they were really known as. What I thought of Bring It On was I really enjoyed this film. I did. I had a lot of fun with it. I liked the humor. I liked the energy. I liked the comedy, the music, pretty much everything that went on. Kirsten Dunst as Torrance, I really liked her. There's something about Kirsten around this time that I just feel like she had a lot of fun energy vibes about her. I liked her character. Maybe a little naive to everything going on and not realizing what her team had been doing all those years. But I like that she tried to make it right. I like that she really went out of her way and did a lot of things that weren't appreciated, honestly, to try to help the other team out because she felt bad and she didn't mean to do the things that she was doing. Also, the way how she sticks out her neck for Missy, a new recruit for the group. Missy is played by Elijah Dushku, and I like her. I do. There's something about her. She's probably because she's insanely attractive. So there's that. But I liked her spunkiness. I liked her attitude. I could not believe how much these two annoying, insanely annoying cheerleaders were being so rude to her, saying some real homophobic stuff to her. Like, I don't even know if she's a lesbian, her character, but they kept calling her these. I'm just like, man, you cannot do so much of this stuff now. Again, I'm not saying I'm offended, but I know that so many people would watch this and be offended and say, oh my god, how dare they. Let us not pretend like people like that exist and that they do say mean things and they are a-holes. I think it's just you want to see those two girls specifically get their comeuppings more so than they end up doing. Her brother, Missy's brother, in the film Cliff, is played by Jesse Bradford. This is a guy who, I guess he was fine. Ultimately, he was fine. But there was something about his face that I didn't like. Like, yes, he's a better choice of a boyfriend, I guess, for Torrance Then her current boyfriend, she was dating a guy that just went to college, that was clearly cheating on her and lying to her and doing all these messed up things. So yes, for all of that, she didn't deserve that. And yes, sure, she should have been with Cliff instead. But there was something about Cliff that in one scene he would look really sweet and nice, and then there'd be other scenes where he kind of was creepy, or he just looked creepy, or his face, he was checking her out in certain moments that, like, I'm sure I did in high school, and probably, I'm not saying I'm above that, but it's just, I don't know, man. Big Red stealing those cheers, that was really messed up. Again, I'm surprised that a character like Big Red didn't get more shunned for it. It's like, you guys pick now, when Kirsten Dunst is in charge, to crap on this team and to embarrass them and call them out and go to the games and basically tell everybody that you're stealing their moves. Where were you when the redhead girl was doing it? Speaking of that, the East Compton girls, it's hilarious to think of Kirsten Dunst going to this all-black school in Compton. Everyone looking at her like she's either a piece of meat or they just want to cut her head off. She was very brave of her to go there as many times as she did. But Gabrielle Union plays Isis. I don't like that name for her. But she plays the head of the Compton group. And I remember thinking at the beginning that there wasn't a lot of black kids at the main school. And then once you head over to this side of town, I'm like, oh, okay. So it's going to be the rich, preppy white kids versus the lower class black kids. And I'm like, I didn't know how to feel about that because, well, for one, clearly the Compton kids don't come for money. There's even a point where they can't afford to go to the competition, and so they end up getting screwed every year because their routines just get stolen and they're not able to afford to showcase themselves. I'm like, man, this sucks. This sucks. And you're talking about a team who are the main characters that win every single year, that have lived off of the backbone of their original work. I was conflicted because I liked at least Torrance and Missy, but I felt like they didn't deserve, or at least the rest of the team didn't deserve, the accolades that they got, and I almost felt like I was supposed to not like Gabrielle Union and them. And maybe that was the point, that it's not so black and white, that there was a lot of gray areas, and so I guess I appreciated that. All in all, I did. Some of the sex humor, I mentioned the, I guess, maybe sort of offensive humor, but there was a lot of sex jokes in here that made me almost surprised that it was just PG-13. Again, glad. I like the edginess. I like that they're willing to push it a little bit more. We would never get a Bring It On movie that was this edgy today. Very much enjoyed Bring It On. I had a lot of fun with it. I liked most of the characters, at least the main characters. And I had a good time. I did. It made me feel good. Especially how everything turned out at the end. So guys, let me know in the comments below what you think of Bring It On. Do you like it? Do you love it? It was so refreshing to go back to a time where you could just have fun, not take everything so seriously. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!
Heat in my vein like vernacular. Cook up the beat with a spatula. Y'all are not ready for action. I'm smoking these rappers and feeling spectacular. Making a killing like massacre. Watch out, I'm whipping my wrist. Right on my city, been pissed, but I show them love. I'm not the one that's at risk. My homie told me that when people rise up against you, it's a sign of your destiny real. Fake ones been hating cause they know that one day you're making it. Jealousy's all they can feel. Plugging the full.